Seriously Read a Book. My name is John, and we're going to read Little Miss Chatterbox by Roger Hargreaves today. And joining us is my little girl. She's going to say hi.
Hello.
And so I'm just sort of reading this to her, and I'm reading it to you. And so sometimes she joins us, sometimes probably I think some other kids will join us, and we're really glad that you're going to join us. So here we go. Little Miss Chatterbox. Oh, I almost forgot. If you really like this video, please like it. And if you like all of our videos, there should be a button somewhere that says subscribe. If you'll click that subscribe button, you'll get little alerts whenever we upload new videos, and so you can stay on top of all of our videos. Okay, here we go. Little Miss Chatterbox by Roger Hargreaves. Little Miss Chatterbox talked more than a lot. She talked all the time, day in and day out, week after week, month after month, year in and year out. She never stopped. She didn't know it, but she even talked in her sleep. That's a picture of her talking in her sleep. She had a brother. I bet you can guess what his name was. Can't you?
Yes.
That's right.
Little Mister.
Mr. Chatterbox. That's right. She looks a little bit like him, don't you think?
A little bit like him. They're exactly alike.
You should have heard them when they got together. You couldn't get a word in edgewise. What, edgeways, or sideways, or anyways. Have you ever heard about somebody being able to talk the hind leg off a donkey? No?
No.
Well, Mr. Chatterbox could talk both hind legs off a donkey, and his sister could talk the hind leg off an elephant. Now, this story is about the time Little Miss Chatterbox decided to get herself a job, which she did, in a bank, in Happy Land. Oh, look, there's little Mr. Happy. Or Mr. Happy. At 10 o'clock one Monday morning, Mr. Happy strolled into the Happy to Lend You Bank in the middle of Happy Town. He took out his checkbook, wrote a check, and went to the counter. Behind the counter, on her first morning at work, stood little Miss Chatterbox. She smiled at Mr. Happy. Rose, you have a... Oh! I have to edit that out. Hi, you have a question. Wait, my girl has a question. What's up, Rose?
If you did not notice that there in the background, above Mr. Happy's, it says bank.
Oh, that's... Oh, yeah, look at that. It says bank. And what does he have there?
A wallet.
Yeah, like maybe a checkbook?
Maybe.
Or maybe a wallet. Maybe a wallet to... Maybe he's going to cash a check. Who knows? Guess we'll find out what's going to happen. Very interesting. Thank you, Rose. So, there stood little Miss Chatterbox. She smiled at Mr. Happy. Mr. Happy smiled back. "Good morning," he said cheerfully. "Well," said little Miss Chatterbox, taking a deep breath. "For the time of year, it is a good morning, but not as good as the morning we had yesterday, and I dare say tomorrow morning will be an even better morning, but it's quite good morning for a Monday morning, and..." She went on and on and on until it was time for the bank to close. Mr. Happy was still standing there with his mouth open in amazement. He'd been there for hours. He does not look happy anymore. "And now," continued little Miss Chatterbox, "it's time for the bank to close, and time for me to go home, and goodbye, and nice talking to you, and..." And she went home, leaving poor Mr. Happy without any money.
That's mean.
The following morning, she was fired. She got herself another job in a restaurant, the Eat-A-Lot. It was Tuesday morning, and at noon, Mr. Greedy walked into the restaurant and sat himself down at his usual corner table. He always ate there on Tuesdays because that was the day they served extra large portions, and Mr. Greedy likes extra large portions. The waitress came up to take his order. "What's the soup of the day?" Mr. Greedy asked the waitress. Uh-oh, look at who the waitress is. What do you think's gonna happen?
Bye-bye.
"Well," said little Miss Chatterbox, for she was the waitress, "the soup of the day is tomato, but we also have other soups on the menu, such as an oxtail and vegetable and chicken noodle, but we have lots of other things to start with, such as..." And she went on and on and on until midnight. Mr. Greedy was still sitting there, listening in amazement. He'd been there for 12 hours. Listening. "And now," continued little Miss Chatterbox, "it's time for the Eat Aloud restaurant to close and for me to go home, and goodbye and nice talking to you, and..." And she went home, leaving poor Mr. Greedy feeling rather empty. He does not look like a happy greedy man, does he? No, not happy. The next morning, what is that?
That's Mrs. Sunshine.
It's Mrs. Happy? The next morning, she was fired. The same thing happened all week long. On Thursday morning, she was fired from her job as an assistant in a hat shop. That's Miss Splendid. Miss Splendid went into the shop to buy herself a new hat, but she couldn't. "Oh, madam, I have just a hat for you, and I know you're going to love it because it's pink and pink is your color," and it was all talk and no hat. On Friday morning, she was fired from her job as a secretary to Mr. Uppity. Mr. Uppity, incidentally, was the richest man in the world. I just thought you'd like to know. But poor Mr. Uppity didn't make any money the day that little Miss Chatterbox was working for him. Oh no. "Oh, Mr. Uppity, I've never worked in an office before, and isn't it exciting? And would you like a cup of coffee? And are you as nice as everybody says you are?" And it was all talk and no work. He also does not look like a very happy Mr. Uppity. But this story has a happy ending because at the very end of the week, little Miss Chatterbox managed to find herself a job that suited her down to the ground and up to the sky. Oh, she seems happy about that. Look at that. It's like a little secret. What do you think her secret job is? Rose, if you had to guess, what would you say her secret job is?
Working in a hospital?
Working in a hospital.
Cheer people up.
What do you think her job is? Okay, here we go. Let's see if any of you got it. That Saturday evening, Mr. Chatterbox was at home in the Chatterbox cottage, which was where he lived. It's the Chatterbox cottage. Mr. Chatterbox was mad because his watch had stopped and he had arranged to meet little Miss Sunshine at 7 o'clock and he had no idea what the time was.
I guessed it right.
So he decided to call Time to find out what time it was. He dialed the number. Boop, 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 boop. Ring, 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 ring. At the tone, the time will be 6:25 and 15 seconds. Little Miss Chatterbox took a deep breath. Beep. At the tone, the time will be 6:25 and 20 seconds. Beep. That's funny, thought Mr. Chatterbox to himself. That sounds just like my sister. The end. I guess that she just keeps saying the time all the time? Is that her job? She just talks nonstop. The end. So that was Little Miss Chatterbox by Roger Hargreaves.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you next time. Thanks for coming to Seriously Read a Book. And seriously, read a book.